Hey, salute to the motherfucking Black Goose family. What is good with it? I don't know what the fuck is going on today. I feel like I got all types of interruptions, distractions, and shit trying to keep me from making a great video for y'all, but you already know who the fuck it is. It's your boy, Young Fluence, aka Fluence, aka motherfucking Young Darce, aka Fluence Darce, aka motherfucking Solly, aka Solly Wisdom, aka Mr. Positivity. And as always, I'm here to give y'all a motherfucking fight prediction slash breakdown. But before we go into all that, salute to the people. You already know what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Salute, stay positive. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. And I hope y'all do everything in your motherfucking power to keep that Saturday as positive as possible. If it's going bad, just think to yourself, shit, it's going to get better. You know what I'm saying? So, as always, comment, like, subscribe. Any one of those three, do that shit for me. I would appreciate that, my G. So, let's get into this, okay? We got a crazy-ass fight card coming on tonight, which obviously Black Goose TV, we're going to be going live for it. We never miss none of the major cards, so we're going live for that, so make sure y'all join us. We're going to be on around 7 p.m. Central, just so you know, okay? I want to get into the first fight card that I feel like is near and dear to my heart, and it has to do with the Charlo brothers, so I'm going to go ahead and break down this Jermell Charlo fight first, okay? We're talking about the younger brother, my personal favorite when it comes to the Charlo twins. All right, we got Jermell Charlo versus Rosario, and it comes down to who is going to outbox who, or does it? See, that's where I actually think that's not going to be the case. Now, Jermell Charlo, in my opinion, is the better boxer than his brother, right? That's my opinion. A lot of other people think differently, especially since if you look at the record, Jermell was the one with the one loss. But I personally feel like Jermell was a better boxer. He just doesn't have control of his emotions in the ring the same way Jermall does, which tends to get him a little bit under fire, or at the very least, when you watch it, you can see he's not being as technically sound as he should, or he just kind of takes the game plan into his own hands, does what he wants to do. I think it's going to be different this time simply because with there are no fans being there, Jermell's going to be able to control his emotions a lot easier. There's not going to be as much of an adrenaline dump, and there won't be obviously as much influence from fans per se, okay? Which is why I think we're going to see a better boxing Jermell. Now, the question is, what is Rosario going to do? Is he going to handle this situation very similar to how he handled the situation with Julian Williams Jr., which in reality, he was getting outboxed by Julian Williams, but at the end of the day, he just wore Julian Williams down. You know what I'm saying? You can get outboxed for the first 4 rounds, but if you're the dude who's basically on the outside using that jab, you know what I'm saying, using your feet to avoid punches, but you're still getting hit with certain things, you got to understand that you're going to be fatiguing a lot more than the person coming forward trying to hit you with those punches, right? Rosario basically did that. I want to say Rosario has one punch knockout power, but he has a cumulative power, okay? And what that means is after a while, it's going to start hurting. You know what I'm saying? He hits you with punches in bunches, but at the same time, he's going to be bullying you while doing it. So he's going to be kind of doing, it's like a 2-on-1 combo in a sense. You're going to feel his weight, but then you're also going to feel the pressure of his punches. If y'all didn't see the Julian Williams fight, kind of think of what Tyson Fury did with Deontay Wilder. That's the style Rosario kind of came with when it came to fighting Julian Williams. Kept Julian Williams on his back foot, and he just basically kept pressing forward. And when he wasn't hitting him with his punches or his combos, he was basically weighing on him with his weight, which over time, Julian Williams just wore down. He wasn't able to take that punishment anymore, okay? Is he going to have the similar approach to Jermell Charlo? In my opinion, Jermell Charlo is a bigger fighter than Julian Williams. I feel like he has more weight. I feel like he's a little bit stronger, so it's going to be much harder. I don't think Rosario could outbox Jermell Charlo. The question is, will he be able to wear Charlo down? I think this is going to be a fight where we're going to see how much of a heart Jermell really has. And in my opinion, between Jermall and Jermell, I feel like Jermell is the one with the biggest heart of it all. So I feel like if Rosario does come with the game plan I'm thinking, which is going to be similar to with what he did with Julian Williams, he's going to want to stand and trade. He's going to want to keep Jermell on his back foot, and he's going to want to basically punches and bunches, accumulate power through the amount of punches he's throwing, and hopefully wear him down. So in the later rounds, Jermell will initially give up, but not necessarily give up, but just basically break down that body, break down the upper body, all that good stuff. I don't think that's going to work against Jermell. I think Jermell has too much of a heart. I think Jermell's going to take those punches with strides, and he's going to return with some power. So, you know, let me cut this short for y'all. When it comes to Jermell versus Rosario, I got Jermell Charlo winning, okay? Not only do I have him winning, I have him winning by pretty impressive fashion. I think he's going to get Rosario out of there in the 6th round. 6th round knockout. Let's be a little bit more realistic. 6th round TKO. I think he's going to start with Rosario. If it doesn't happen in the 6th round, expect it in the 9th, y'all. So that's my prediction when it comes to Jermell versus Rosario. So let's get to the next fight. We got Derevyanchenko versus Jermall. Now this one I'm going to be a little bit different about, because we have, it's like the opposite, right? The way I see the stylistic matchups between Jermell and Rosario is how I see Jermall versus Derevyanchenko, but the styles are reversed, right? I see Jermall now as kind of like the Rosario type fighter. The difference is, obviously, Jermall doesn't have accumulative power. He does if he wants, but he doesn't need it. His power is one-punch knockout, so that's the difference, right? I don't know if y'all saw me on a post way back when I was talking about the Charlo brothers, but the difference between the two is Jermell is a much lighter on his feet when he fights, and he chooses when to sit down on his punches, while Jermall, he's heavier on his feet because he chooses to do so, by the way, not because he, obviously he can't, become that, I'm on my toes, moving around type fighter. He can do that, but he chooses to be heavier on his feet simply because he sits down on every punch. Every punch, he's looking to knock a motherfucker out. That's how Jermall fights, excuse me. I don't know if I was saying Jermell, but that's how Jermall fights. He sits down on every single punch because he wants to knock that motherfucker out, right? That's how he's trained, okay? If you look at the trainer of Jermell, same trainer that's over Earl, they teach that accumulative style of punching, where in a sense you're picking and choosing when you want to throw hard, you're picking and choosing when you want to sit down, you're picking and choosing, when you want to counter punch, you want to set them up, set traps. While when it comes to Jermall's style and his coaching style, it's a little bit kind of Mexican based. You're really heavy on those. You're really heavy on the front leg, and you're sitting back on that back leg. You know what I'm saying? You're staying low with every punch. You're putting as much power as possible, hands in front of the head, and you're kind of walking down your guy. And that's how we've seen Jermall fight. Not too many combination punches we'll see from Jermall, right? So with that being said, that's why I do like to say that when it comes to these two matchups between Jermall and Derevyanchenko, it's the same exact stylistic matchups as Jermell versus Rosario. We just see a more powerful puncher in Jermall than Rosario, in my opinion. And I do think Jermall is a better boxer than Rosario as well. When it comes to Derevyanchenko, he's going to fall in that Jermell category, where obviously Derevyanchenko, man, I'm not talking about the credentials, but just in the retrospect, if I'm comparing the two fights, Derevyanchenko is going to be more of the boxer in comparison to Jermall, in my opinion, right? So with that being said, everyone knows about Derevyanchenko's credentials, his Olympic background. He was undefeated before he fought Danny Jacobs and Triple G. Some people are saying the Triple G fight might have taken a lot out of him, including the Danny Jacobs fight. I don't believe that, because I think Derevyanchenko actually worked Triple G through that whole entire fight. I don't think he took too much damage, but some people want to run with that narrative. But we're basically going to see a boxer versus a brawler or a power puncher, just like we're going to see with Rosario and Jermell, a boxer versus a brawler or power puncher. Who do I have winning this fight? If I want to be real with you, like my mind and my gut tells me that there's no way they're going to allow Jermall to lose this. Because me personally, I think the only way Derevyanchenko can win this is if it goes to the scorecards. I don't see him stopping Jermall. I just don't think he has enough power. I don't think he's big enough. But I do see Derevyanchenko outboxing Jermall through 12 rounds. But I also can see the latter, where in the 5th, 6th round, because Derevyanchenko is a combo puncher, because Derevyanchenko likes to get real low when it comes to making his pivots. When he pivots, a lot of times Derevyanchenko is really low, and Derevyanchenko pivots a lot. He likes to use his angles, and when he uses those angles, that usually involves you ducking down under the hook. And especially since Jermall has a nasty hook, you're probably going to see a shorter fire from Derevyanchenko choosing to duck down under the hook rather than possibly blocking it or angling out. So with that being said, he's going to be susceptible to that uppercut, that prime uppercut that Jermall has. That uppercut is disgusting. Y'all see him take out Julian Williams with that, years back. So what am I getting at? We can possibly see a pretty short fight, 4th round KO from Jermall, 6th round KO from Jermall with that uppercut. I see that uppercut being able to land, or that straight down the middle right hand that can kind of be turned into a hook in a sense, the way that Jermall throws it. So remember me saying this. But I'm just going to go here. I'm gonna go in a total different direction. I got Derevyanchenko winning by split decision, 12 rounds. That's what I'm going to go for. But I'm definitely not going to be surprised if we see a KO from that uppercut that Jermall throws, or the straight hand that kind of turns into a right hook for Jermall within that 6th to 8th round, just because I don't think Derevyanchenko punches hard enough to earn Jermall's respect I think Jermall is going to be standing there and he's going to be waiting for that opening, because he does know Derevyanchenko likes to throw punches in bunches. When's the best time to hit your opponent? When your opponent throwing an actual punch. So that's what Jermall is going to be looking for to counter with. So don't be surprised if you see a 6th to 8th round KO from Jermall from that uppercut of that right hand. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, go on a total different side of the spectrum, and I'm going to go with Derevyanchenko by split decision. So yeah, that's my predictions for the fights. My bad, y'all. I made it a little bit more long-winded than I wanted to, but it is what it is. When I start talking boxing, I like to try and break it down the best I can, even if I'm trying to make it even if I'm trying to make it, you know, slow to an extent, you know, for the most part. But salute to the people. Much love to everybody. Make sure y'all check us for that live stream tonight. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will be back with the prediction for Adesanya for Costa. Salute.